Welcome back to Surface Unscripted, episode 148. Yeah, sorry, I nearly did the wrong intro. Every now and again, I post the wrong intro as well when we actually do it, and Brett always calls me out on it. That's
Yeah.
just a mistake. Okay. Boys, Brett, you're happy, man. How you doing?
I'm a very
What's
happy
it?
man. No, I had a good day. I actually went to a client today and said, while we were busy working, I said, so in other news, Trump won, and they all hated me because they're all Kamala fans.
It is what it is. Obviously, it's just a difference in opinion. But
Mhm.
yeah. Brevin, you just told
So
me every night is a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, evening actually for you. What are we saying? How are you feeling?
I'm good. Also, actually, I'm not a political person, but I'm glad Trump got the win. I must say. So I'm happy for you, Brett. It's just been a busy week, but yeah, just keen to get to the weekend and let's talk some rugby because we've got some feisty games already, and one starts here in a day's time, and when you're watching this, it will be tonight. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, crazy.
Yeah, obviously, the previous one we gave our predictions, and we actually thought, listen, the Springboks might have announced their squad by now, and we could have spoke about that, but they haven't done it, and instead we've just got another injury. So Ruan Urquia goes out, and somehow we got an injury, but we've got one more World Cup winner joining us. So is the team technically just stronger? Do we think John Klein even plays a game? Brett, you muted.
I think he definitely plays a game. I think in the lock department, we only have 4 locks, so I think that he'll definitely play. But it does just mean for me that Argia starts with Eben in the first test.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, probably actually. Unless we want to go do something crazy and throw Peter Steff once again into that lock jersey, into that five as the five. If they feel Franco Monster is not 100% ready for that first game to go. I would actually like to see, I know we want to see Eben play literally every single game, but I wouldn't mind to see a little combination of John Klein and Erge Snyman just playing with each other in the green and gold. I mean, that would be sexy.
Let the lock talk about lock things.
Yeah, actually, there you go.
We just blessed. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, you're losing Ron Nokia, who's obviously a great player, but you're replacing him with a World Cup winning lock who also impressed when he was during his World Cup stint with the Box. So, yeah, I think every single lock gets a game. I don't know if John Klein starts a game, but I think he'll definitely get a game. And it all depends on what they feel about Franco Mostert. It's all about how they anticipate the game going, type of thing. I personally don't think we need an Argia coming off the bench to beat Scotland, if that makes sense. So it also would make sense to let Mostert come off the bench and let him just acclimatise a bit to test rugby again, maybe for half an hour, and then obviously Argia plays a 50-minute game or 55-minute game. Yeah, I think that would be the best option. But yeah, we'll see what happens because obviously team selection is mind games at the moment because Jeepers Creepers.
Well, you actually brought it up, and I think, okay, let's quickly do our predicted lineup. So not necessarily what we want to see. Obviously, when this video gets posted, 2 hours later, the squad will be announced. So let's not take up too much time with this.
4 o'clock Friday afternoon, not 12 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock Friday afternoon, not 12
4 o'clock. Okay, well, then there's a decent amount of time. All right, so but we're all in agreement that it's going to be Oxenche, Bonge Manambi, and then either Vincent Koch or Thomas de Toy, right? I feel like that's a coin flip whether Rassi decides to start Vincent or put him on the bench. It's a bit, and then Erge Snyman. We all agree that he just shifts in.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mostert starts. I've seen this happen
straight
before.
in.
I wouldn't say I would do it like that. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'll say.
I tend to agree with you because I feel like Norkia is the closest person to a Mostert than what a Archie would be, and Mostert would then start because of Norkia not being there, and it could change the whole dynamic of the game plan. So that's why I tend to agree with you, Brevin. I think that I did read that Mostert might not even be in the match day 23, but that was pre-Norkia injury. So I think if it's going to be like for like, I think Mostert starts.
I actually think I don't think they'll rush Mostert. I think there's no need in terms of rushing him. If that is the case, I think RG Snyman is on the bench and Pieter-Steph du Toit takes that 5 jersey. And then from there, we'll have Elrich Logo into that 7 jersey. I wouldn't be surprised if we do that because there's no need to throw in Franco Mostert in the deep end where he's literally just coming off injury, where he can ease into it, let's say, against England. Well, I don't think is great at the moment. Like, I don't think it's the harshest thing in the world to say we can ease him in against England.
Maybe.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I just, knowing the guy Franco is, like, it's just, I don't know. I if he's ready and he's been put through the paces, I don't think it's rushing it per se. It all depends on how his progress has gone. But
not
ultimately, yeah, I mean, it's been a while.
No.
I mean, it's been a couple, like 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah, no, but my point is purely on if that's depends on how serious his injury possibly still is. When Brett mentions that there's a possibility that he's not in the 23 at all. Like if they're still monitoring it and the game plan was to only play him a bit later, I don't think there's need to rush him in when your plan was to play him later, when you have Pieter-Steph du Toit that can cover that. But obviously, I miss Franco Mostert. I would love to see Franco Mostert there. I think it's the basic choice to just say Franco go in at 5. If he's 100% fit, play him. I'd play him from the start. RG Snyman, you know what he brings off the bench. There you go. Bring him from the bench. My opinion, though.
I agree.
Okay, so then let's say Franco is fit and either him or RG starts. Sia, Pieter-Steph, Jasper, or do we think Elrich Low gets a shout at 8?
So I agree with your flanks. I agree with your flanks, but I think Hanekom starts at 8.
Oh, give me please, I beg. That will be ideal.
Brett, what's giving you that idea?
Quite a few things. Same reason why I think the number 12 that I think
He's on the WhatsApp group with the inside source. That's what's going on.
No, I'm not.
That interview with Hanekom, that's why.
Too many interviews with Hanekom. And I feel like he's going to be... So Rassie springs a surprise every game. I think Hanekom is that surprise.
If he's impressed at training, I see no reason why he can't do it. Like I stick with this thing where it's like the Springbok team is so well balanced. The one thing that we always have called for is that fetcher from the start, and that is the one thing where he's so potent. You will be the 8 for. I'm sorry, Evan Roos. Sorry, Jasper Wiese. We love you guys, but you got to fight for that 6 and 7 jersey. You got to fight for Siya Kolisi's jersey when he hangs it up, because 8 is Cameron Hanekom, unless they play Cameron Hanekom at 6, and then one of those two.
The thing is, right, and this is all I can. Obviously, I'm a Christian and I believe in God, so all I can really pray for is just Cameron Hanekom has a good steady start to his test career, because I really feel for what Evan Roos had to go through. I still think Evan Roos is more than capable. It's just I feel like he had a shaky start and it's kind of stunted his momentum. So all I'm just saying is just I hope the kid has a good start to his test career. Like that's all we can really hope for.
Brevin, that's a great point, right? Because Evan Roos is great. He's a super player, but he never had a continuous he never had games on a consistent basis for the Springboks. You look at the way that Jasper Wiese started. Do we remember how we just called this guy has to go? This guy can't be here. Discipline not there. He's not playing well. Dwayne Vermeulen, just play him. And now it's almost like a given that Jasper Wiese has to take that 8 jersey because he got that consistent game time. You need to back a player. He needs to find his feet. To play him 1 out of every 10 games, you're never going to get something out of it.
I don't think Rassie likes Evan Roos that much. I get that idea. But what I can say, though, is that Cameron Honeycomb, 2 more concussions, and he might have to retire. I think in the last, how many years? Already 4 concussions in 1 year. That's actually a very scary fact, guys. You don't want to be like Muhammad Ali at 55 years old shaking with Parkinson's because you've got too many headshots.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, but do you really want to play the game like that? Like, if the guy's ready to play, just play him. Like, you can't
I
think
didn't
about
say anything of the sort. I just said he's starting. I literally just backed him. But I'm saying that I don't know how long his career is going to be because that was what you were talking about. The back-to-back games. I feel like 1 more concussion and he'll probably have to be out for like 6 months because that would make it concussion number 5 of the year.
Never mind. Brevon, would you risk it to give Cameron Honeycomb a cap, but with the potential that you might lose him for 6 months with the Bulls?
What? Of course, man. I want the kid to go to the moon and back, dude. Like, I call.
Because if you don't have him for your Bulls team, your Bulls team gets absolutely nowhere in the URC.
And also, we just lost Nokia as well, so yeah, that would be a disaster.
Yeah,
but
you get a child.
Yeah.
I think Brett's phone died, I think.
Maybe. But yeah, honestly, I just hope the kid has a good career because, like, he's so talented. From what I've seen from the Bulls, it's a player that's shone out like no other player I can remember since being a kid at the Bulls. Like, obviously, we've had a lot of youngsters come through that have been fantastic players, but just like what Cameron Honeycomb has brought to the Bulls side, his energy, his fetching, his carrying, everything. It's just, you want the guy to do well, you know? So, yeah, I just seriously like Brett.
I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to maximize in the corner of my screen, and I hit the cross. So
you just left the studio. Just bounced.
Yes. Sorry.
I thought Brett was offended by me saying, listen, the Bulls aren't getting anywhere. I was like, Brett, but you're a Stormers fan, bruh. Come now.
No, sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
Okay, so let's move on to the back line. I'm going Jaden and Marnie to start this game. I just get the feeling that they're going to go with that.
Who started against Argentina?
Jaden and Marnie.
Was it Jaden and Marnie? Okay. I guess it has to be Jaden, doesn't it? Damn it.
If they're going to back Marnie's new kicking routine, I wouldn't. Kobus Reinach and Marnie Lubbock, who will also be the Stormers combination for next season. Give them a go.
Maybe.
I personally think Reinach is starting because it's in the North. Yeah.
It would make
with
sense.
Marnie.
Yes, with Marnie.
Okay, that's sexy. Yeah. So Marnie takes the kicking duties as well then? Or do they shift it off to Colby this time?
No, it will be Marnie will kick. Guys, the guy's been married now. He doesn't have a sex life anymore, so he's been practicing his kicks. So just chill. It'll be fine.
Yeah, flip. But then, would you guys? I don't think Jaden then can even touch the squad. Then I think it has to be Grant on the bench, obviously.
Grant is first choice scrum off. Just depends whether he starts or he's on the bench. He's always going to be in the squad.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Between Kobus and Jaden. I still believe that they might go Jaden. I would want to go Kobus, but I believe they'll go Jaden. Brett, you've got an interesting one. Brevon, are you going 12 Dialinda? I'm going 12 Dialinda, but Brett, you've predicted something else this morning.
What are you saying, Brevon? Who are you going with?
Who do I think Rassie will select?
Jalen and Kriel.
Creel's a guarantee, and I mean, I can only say what I would do, and I would go with Delende all day. And I don't see why Rassie wouldn't. But Brett, give your theory.
So I'm not a fan of this selection, but I think that the center pairing is going to be Andre Esterhuizen and Lukhanyo Am.
My dad actually told me yesterday, and he made it sound like he knows something. So I don't know. And he said the exact same as Brett just said. He said, I've got a feeling. You know this thing where it's like people say, like, I've got a feeling. But meanwhile, back at the Raj, they actually know something. And he's like, I got this feeling that we might see Andre Esterhuizen and Lukhanyo Am. And it's the most wildest thing. Like, I don't expect that at all. So surely something in it has to be true.
Maybe.
If it is, it is, eh? Yeah, it's. I don't know. Like, are you guys in agreement with it though? Let's put it that way.
No.
I think
I'm not even in agreement with that. That's just what I think because we
listen, that is stupid. Yeah, that is stupid. Delende and Kriel. It's the first game. Like, what? Scotland's probably the best team of the three. You play your strongest team.
I just don't see the only game I would honestly, and I know it's like the obvious choice, and I don't want to be like seem like but it's the obvious choice. The only game you want to experiment against is Wales, in my opinion.
I wouldn't
like,
even.
If you want to, but Wales is. I'm sorry. At the moment, with the way Wales are, you look at that game and you're like, goodness gracious, this is just like that Qatar Cup thing, and that's what it feels like. It's just not the same as what it used to be like playing Wales. But now, obviously, Scotland, yes, they may not be like the top of the Northern Hemisphere, but the thing is, they can still light up a field on any day, given what they do. And obviously, there's a lot of passion within that team. So I just don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense as the team that you want to rotate against. But I wouldn't even rotate against Wales. I don't see the need in it. Like, Andre Esterhuizen's got a long season ahead with the Sharks still. There's no need to rotate it. Damian Lillard, you can go and play in Japan and chill out for a bit. The same with Jesse Kriel. There's no need to switch it up. Get some statement victories. I don't think Wales are going to be that bad. They've got Jack Morgan, Tommy Raffel, and Aaron Wainwright. They've got that winger of the Scarlets that's absolutely class. And I think they got the fly off there as well, if I'm not mistaken, Brett. Yeah, I don't think Wales are going to be that bad of a team. England, they never push over, not even at the Alien Stadium. I just don't see any need for rotation unless it's like Pollard maybe starting in that 10 jersey if you want to switch the game plan a bit. But Delende and Kriel.
Fun fact about Andre Esterhuizen, he has never scored a try in a box shirt.
I'm not surprised. He's played like what, 12 times? 18 times?
17 games.
Well, did you see what he came out and said about the Scots? It's like, I'd rather have 17 caps for South Africa than have about 100 for a country that I'm not even born in.
Yeah, and I agree with him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's different when you, like, let's say, for instance, Percy Montgomery, that was born in Namibia and he just moved over when he was very young. If you were like raised in the other country, there's that it's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But when you're Pierre Schoeman and Duan van der Merwe, and you literally played like under 20s box, and then you move over, there's no pride. There's no integrity. That is just...
I agree. You're playing because it's your job. In South Africa, when you play for the Boks, I bet you a lot of those people, if they didn't have Springbok contracts, they'd do it for free. As long as they get compensated elsewhere, but they'll do it for free. But like, because every South African, I don't care who you are, even if you don't even play rugby, if you have a desire for rugby, your dream is to be a Springbok. Like, whether it's for free or for 10 Rand or for whatever. In other countries, it's like, okay, I didn't make it in South Africa. Let me go to a tier 2 nation like Scotland and try and make it into their national side. What
do you think would happen if they told Duan Duan van der Merwe and Pierre Schoeman. We're calling you up to the Springbok squad now, and they could choose one of the two right now, and they could make the switch, and they can either represent South Africa or they can continue playing for Scotland. Brevin, what do you think they do?
They stay.
That's
I don't
Scots.
think they move. I think they'll stay in Scotland. I don't think they'll move because it will literally look terrible. It will look absolutely disgraceful.
Okay, but subconsciously, what would they be feeling?
I think Duan van der Merwe makes the move. I think Pierre Schoeman will never, because of how he mouthed South Africa on his exits. Like,
What
remember
did
when
he say? I've never even heard it.
Yeah, because he said that I'm better than every single loosehead prop in South Africa, and I'm not getting the chance. These coaches are in shambles. So let me go see if I can play somewhere else. Well,
You can't even speak English. Neither of them can really speak English. They sound terrible speaking English. So I mean, it is.
I never said that he spoke English. I'm just saying what he said.
Did you say it in Afrikaans in Scotland?
I never said anything, but yeah, just go look for that clip where he badmouthed the coaches. I think, who was the Bulls coach at that time? Brevin?
We went through a lot at the stage.
Was it Puerto Iman?
Yeah, it could have been Puerto Iman.
Yeah.
Could have been him.
Yeah. He said to him, you don't want to select me, and I'm the best loosehead prop in the country.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Wingers and fullback, I predict we'll see Colby, Arendse, and Fassi. That's what I think they're going with. You think they're going Willie?
I don't think they're going Willie. I think Fassi will be at fullback, but I think they're going Colby and Mapimpi.
Oh my gosh, no.
That's what my dad said yesterday as well. These same WhatsApp group. Something is up in the air. Something's up in the air.
No, I just it feels like every time somebody's been put in the limelight, like Mapimpi has never spoken a day in his life, and he said that this is probably his last 3 games for the Boks, and he's going to play his best.
Okay, you know what? Let me just be a bit more positive.
It's not that I feel like we're going to lose with Mapimpi.
No, exactly, but thank goodness we aren't playing France, Ireland. If this is obviously we've learned to now trust what Rassie does, but I think as fans we just want to see our strongest 15 picked, you know, and we just want to see us win games convincingly. Like, I'd love to tour the North and win every single game convincingly. Like, beat Scotland very convincingly, beat England convincingly, and then obviously Wales you can put. I think our strongest team against Wales puts at least 60 to 70 points. Genuinely. And I'd love to see that happen. We put 50 past them with, look at the team we played. Like,
yeah.
We had debut
and we weren't even good.
Yeah.
Look.
Brevin, I agree, right? Brevin, I agree. I'm not happy about it. Not because I think Mapimpi is terrible or we're going to lose the game or anything like that. Why are we making rotations like that? There's no need for it, right? Like, we want to build a team for the future. And now you're talking about Andreas Streisand, Lukhanyo Am, and Mapimpi being in the team. Like, I don't see the point of it. Play your strongest guys. Obviously, I'm going as if what Brett's saying is just facts. But why would you switch it? If you wanted to switch it, Edwill van der Merwe not even picked for the squad. All of a sudden I'm more angry that Edwill van der Merwe is not even in the team. Like, just doesn't make sense.
No,
but anyway, we're not going to chat about the bench. We'll
be fine.
Let's move the haka tomorrow evening. Well, tonight, if you're watching this tomorrow, Rico Ioane to lead it. What are we thinking?
I think it's perfect.
Well, that's not facts. I'm asking if we have Rico Ioane leading it.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing because obviously TJ is not available, right?
And Cody Taylor.
Yeah, and Cody Taylor's also out.
It can be Aris de Vlier, but he doesn't feel like a guy screaming.
No, but like, if you watch Rico Ioane during a haka, I think his his passion's there with it. You know, obviously, I think he is a Maori boy, correct? He's a
Yeah.
because okay, cool. I don't want to disrespect any cultures yet, you know. And isn't it that no, seriously, and apparently, I don't know if we watched the same video casual. Apparently, isn't it that it's either the captain or like a Maori has to lead the huck or something like that?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's perfect with the storyline, everything. It's a way to get yourself hyped up for the match. Obviously, you don't want to get too hyped up because that's when you start making silly errors. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a feisty one. That's all I know. It's going to be a feisty.
I want to see some fights. I just want to see some argy-bargy on the field. It's perfectly set up. There's so much hype around it. We're not going to go in and talk about the game because we already spoke about all the games. But you know what I'm really looking forward to after the haka? That first impact. That's why I'm so against the rule of the kickoff and then they can mark instantaneous.
That rule is ridiculous.
Tell me how excited are you for that first contact tomorrow? First contact, they can't call a mark or anything. They're getting smashed first time around. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm more excited. Weirdly enough, as a fly-off, I'm more excited to see Tamaiti starting and going against Finley Beelum. I think that
Really?
I think they're gonna miss Tag Furlong, and I don't think that.
Yeah, Furlong's not there. I forgot.
Yeah, and I don't think that Finley is a match to old Tamaiti there.
And Andrew Porter's not a great scrummager, in my opinion. Tyro Lomax is a sensational scrummager.
Oh, that's starting to excite me so much. Oh. And the Irish number 10 is not on form.
Who's the Irish 10? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I know you said the team, I just
one,
didn't.
Neither's the All Blacks one.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's on better form, and he's had more games for New Zealand this year than at 10 than he did at any other position.
Do you reckon? Well, yeah, I still stick by Ireland winning, but do you reckon the All Blacks genuinely lifted up a level? Do you think they do?
They'll be ready for it.
Like I said, they should have been ready for the English game, but now do you really think they'll be?
They won the English game.
Because let's be honest, and the reason I say this, and we might be talking double because I maybe said this in the past episode, but both South African tests, very mediocre in my opinion. Maybe that first one they looked quite decent. I think against Australia, quite mediocre. Like every single game, like we try and give them a reason why they will step up, and it's like they don't. Do you get what I'm saying?
This Irish team lost to the team that the All Blacks beat.
This Irish team.
It's
they lost to England.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. I think that New Zealand has only prepped for this game. I don't think they went in full concentration, full preparation. Same as South Africa against Scotland. They only prepped for that game. Same thing. We watched it on TV where Rassie admitted it. They didn't care about the Irish game. They prepped for Scotland, and I think that's exactly what New Zealand is doing.
But I think New Zealand's hungry for France as well.
What?
I think New Zealand is hungry for France as well.
Yes, but that's not now's problem. That's not now's concern. Their next hurdle is Ireland, and I think they would have had a good training session for the England game. But for the last 4 weeks, I think all the talk was Ireland, Ireland, Ireland.
Yeah, because it's bragging rights, obviously.
Yes, and it's personal for someone.
Yeah. Which loose trio would you rather have between the All Blacks and Ireland?
I think
it's Josh van der Flier and Kalen Doris versus Wallace Satiti, Sam Cane, Ardie Savea.
Okay, but now Sam Cane does a lot of damage to that option, in my opinion. But obviously, you look at Ardie Savea and you look at Satiti and you think that's like a dream, right? But Sam Cane, but I'd still pick the New Zealand loose trio, but I'd bargain to try and get Van der Flier to come up swap allegiances.
Guys, I think you're looking past the trio of Ireland. I think
No,
Kalen
no,
Doris
they are
is
great. They are great.
sensational.
Sure.
I think Kalen Doris currently is better than Ori Savea on current form.
We'll see this weekend because I think Satiti is better than 99% of loose forwards in the world at this
Wallace
point.
Satiti is the third best player in the world currently,
That's
after
what I
Peter
just
Steph to tackle and Cheslin Colby.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Goodness gracious
Wallace
me.
Satiti
Someone
is
made it this far.
sensational.
Please type in, where is DuPont comment? Goodness gracious.
Well, listen, Wallace Satiti is sensational. I saw someone in the comment section of, I think it might have been my personal channel, but they spoke about Ori Savea hasn't dropped off form. He's got a different role where they've given Satiti more of the freedom role that Ori Savea used to have. And Ori Savea just plays the system and does kind of all the dirty work.
Who said
which was
that?
done-
Who said that? Because that's absurd. Who said that?
Someone in my comment section.
No, that person is as high as a kite. No. That's a very ridiculous thing to say. They're not going to say to Ardie Savea, listen, you've come this far, so many world nominations. So what you're going to do now is you're going to be a little bit more discreet, and let's hope for the best. No. You play your game or you go play Super Rugby.
That's true. That is true.
Fair enough. Okay, let's quickly switch over to the England-Australia game, right? Because there's an interesting thing that I want to bring up, but I have to get the lineup first.
I also want to bring something.
Yeah, you go first. You go first.
I think you're going to want to bring it up, so I don't want to step on toes here. I think I know what you want to say.
Yeah, well, what's it? Hunter Paisami out. Len Ikitamu's the inside centre. And we've got a rugby league superstar debut, not thrown right in there, deep end, starting at 13. Do we think he gets something done? Is our expectations high? Are we excited? What are we thinking?
So I know Brevan's been studying super hard, so he probably doesn't even know what we're talking about. Do you,
Joseph
Brevan?
Swati.
Yeah, so there's a 21-year-old that the last time
How did I not know this?
21-year-old, listen, 21-year-old that has not played rugby since high school, and now he's making his debut as a professional rugby player for the first time. First time as a professional rugby player, he's making his debut at Twickenham. Starting lineup.
Okay, wait. I have questions. And don't say like, oh, I'm backing rugby league here. I just want to ask questions. Has he played rugby? So he played rugby union in school.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he went to rugby league.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's
But it was
played
sensational there. Like, massive name.
Why has he made the switch, Mel?
But they paid millions to get him in. That's kind of like this hype thing.
So they're investing money just in rugby league players.
Dude, do yourself a favor and go on YouTube and watch some of his highlight reels.
Like, people are talking about him.
Yeah. I didn't know when I read this article. I went on YouTube to see, oh, come on. I hope it's not going to be another flipping, what's that guy from England that they got from rugby league? Yeah, I thought it's going to be like another drop-off failure, whatever. I think this guy is going to be on Israel Folau, Sonny Bill Williams level.
He's very good.
Is he that good?
Bro, like the thing is, the way that people spoke
21.
about him, you thought, listen, okay, this guy's in the prime of his career, 28 to 30 years old, with crazy high. Bro, the guy's 21. He's a big boy as well. He's no little guy. You know, Australia's prime athletes are probably out there in the rugby league thing. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see it. And I've been telling you guys, Australia's not going to be as shit, and I've said it for months. I think they pull the upset victory. I'm backing that call. I think they do it.
Sorry, I'm fascinated. I can't believe I don't know this. I'm usually caught up with news, Like I'm always the one to send it on the group and stuff, but I never saw this. Anyways, but do you not think? I don't know your position on rugby league, but do you think the switch is easy enough? Genuinely, like, do you think it's?
Yes. especially for an outside center, because your role is almost exactly the same.
But they were
That's
going to
true.
play him at wing, as far as I know. Just kind of like get him used to everything. But the injury to Bassami made that they went. I heard something that Karevi might be back as well. So imagine if you move that Swali'i to the wing, Karevi at inside center, Ikitau at outside center, and you have Hunter Bassami to even come in. All of a sudden, that back
So what's
line.
this sorry. What's this guy's name? I'm literally going to go. What's this guy now?
Like Joseph Suali'i.
Okay, I'll have a look. Damn, that's. I'm actually keen to see that. Like, I'm not going to even bash the guy. I want to see how he does, and by means, I hope he smashes it, because that will be, that will be cool. So,
I'm very excited.
I'm interested in that game now. To be fair, like,
well,
genuinely properly.
Who's that winger that they had for the World Cup that Eddie Jones brought from? Not. He played with Navokante Vasi on the wing, not Korapeti. The other guy that had horrible hands, Vunivalu. Let's hope he's not like that, because he was trash.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Who's he going up against? Lawrence? Slade,
Ollie Lawrence and Slade have switched around. They've done the switcheroo.
Yeah, I mean, stupid, but yeah, interesting.
No, but people are calling that is actually a good move, because Slade has played 12 a lot before, and Ollie Lawrence only plays outside center, and I didn't even know that.
I don't rate Slade at all. I don't think
me neither, but I do rate Ollie Lawrence. I think Ollie Lawrence is a player.
Yeah, Slade is not a international player for me.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up.
Okay, sorry, never mind.
No, we haven't finished up. Finish up.
No, I was just going to say, low key, if you actually look at England's talent and their squad, they should be in like the top 4 teams, top 3 teams in the world, in my opinion. With the right coach, I think they are a top 3 in the world team.
The way
is trash.
The way the English celebrate when there's a knock-on, you'd think that they are a top 3 team in the world, that they just keep scoring winning tries after winning tries. Meantime, it was a forward pass or a knock-on that they're celebrating. So you'd think so. They physically believe that they are the best because they just cheer for everything. Like, the grass is green. Yeah!
You know what the most embarrassing thing is, Brett? Like, I can get that you celebrate for certain things, right? But if you're going to celebrate the knock-on right in front of the posts and you get obliterated in your own scrum, that looks horrible. That looks horrible on you. Like, that's the end of it.
Let's wrap it up. We're about to have a thunderstorm. And
we also...
Yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Please do remember to like and subscribe. We do love and appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.